So let's talk about the reemergence of sports cards and sports memorabilia after the introduction and then explosion of the non-fungible token, or better known as NFT. In July of 2021, a 35-year-old Target shopper left the store and headed for the parking lot. Before he got to his car, 4 men jumped him. The 35-year-old had a valid concealed weapon permit and pulled his gun, and the 4 men scattered. Target was locked down as the police looked for the 4 men, who were eventually arrested. The reason for the parking lot dispute: sports cards bought at the store. Perhaps no single incident more captures the gold rush movement we're in when it comes to sports memorabilia. This incident was just the first example of chaos in the aisles at the Target stores, and it led to the retail giant immediately halting all in-person sports card sales across the country. That ban remains in place. Now, in July of 2021, when card geeks and autograph hounds from around the world converged on Chicago for the 41st National Sports Collectors Convention for the first time since 2019, they walked into an entirely different era from what the hobby was 2 years prior. The memorabilia business made a rapid rise from 2020 to present day, with record-breaking prices, historic scarcity, and an NFT craze that has become almost a daily part of the always-changing sports news cycle. It seems like a new record sale has been happening every week. It's not your imagination. When a sports memorabilia piece sells for a record price, it's often felt like only a matter of time until it's broken again within weeks. The most expensive piece of memorabilia, the original Olympic Games manifesto written by a French aristocrat in 1892, sold at Sotheby's for $8.8 million in 2019. But the cards remain the driving force behind most astronomical numbers. Since February of 2020, there have been at least a dozen $1 million card sales, including 6 cards that sold for north of $3.7 million. According to 𝐃𝐎𝐍'𝐴 of Heritage Auctions, Sports Collectibles is perhaps the strongest financial market that exists right now. The global pandemic added rocket fuel to the collectibles market in combination with the restrictions upon spending on other luxuries like travel and fine dining, and the growing acceptance of the legitimacy of collectibles around the globe as an investment vehicle, Ivy says. We've seen more $1 million sales in the past year than in the last 20 years preceding it. And don't forget that through all the ebbs and flows of the hobby over the past 30 years, the most sought-after sports cards and memorabilia have never really bottomed out. In fact, back in 2010, well before the most recent uptick, the Wall Street Journal found that sports card investments largely outperformed the best Dow Jones stocks over the long haul. Jesse Craig, Director of Business Development at the popular PWCC Marketplace, thinks there's a better chance that some of the massive buys, often from anonymous purchasers, may not be seen again for a while, perhaps ever. The constant buzz about giant sales helped fuel the gold rush. You're going to keep seeing record numbers for these rare assets, and these guys will die with this memorabilia or pass them on to their kids. So the question remains, are NFTs just a fad, or are they here to stay? NFTs in some form are here for the foreseeable future. Some of these high-profile trading cards may not be seen again, but the holders of these cards now have a unique opportunity to participate in a new marketplace with their high-profile assets in the form of non-fungible tokens, or NFTs.